on blogtalkradio.com/Archangel A Return to Chivalry, or on Facebook Live.com/Archangel Chivalry. Have that fun. Listen to Archangel A Return to Chivalry Wednesdays from 3 to 4. Alright folks, we're back. We're going to talk about the body now. The body. Everybody wants the body. Everybody wants the big muscles. They want to be looking all good. They want the small waist, you know. And I don't know what it is with some women want these, I don't know, the big behind and stuff, but they want that. No, everybody wants to have, they want to have the look. They want to have the body, you know. Everybody wants that. And that's resistance training, right? Well, yeah, it is resistance training, but that's not what gives you that look. You get that look because of power. And power comes from plyometrics. Plyometrics is more like jumping. So if you don't have inside your regimen where you do any jumping or anything, you notice them, they do it in the gyms now. They jump up on the boxes and stuff. They do things like that. You know, and those type of jumping exercises are good. I don't know why they think throwing the ball down on the ground is what they're supposed to do. I don't correct anybody in the gym, but you see they take the big ball and they like to go way up in and they slam it into the ground, makes all that noise, and eventually breaks the ball. I mean, that's okay. I don't know what it's for, but that's what they do. What do you do with that ball, folks? And just for my listeners, don't tell the people in the gym. When you take that ball, you squat down with it, you lean forward, you press it up in a jump, and you throw it in front of you. Then you run, catch up with it, pick it up from a squatted position and do it again. Then turn around and come back. You don't slam it into the ground. That's you can. That's what everybody thinks you're supposed to do it, but that's okay. So slam that ball. They think that's power because it makes noise. That's not power. The power, as you can plainly see, would be from the squat and then the total thrust from the heels of your feet all the way through your body, releasing the ball in front of you so that the ball goes out in front of you and stuff. Not straight up, but in front of you. Then you run right from that motion. You sprint out those couple of steps. That's power. And with power, you get strength, you know? And then with strength, then you're able to mold the body into different type of designs that you want to create with it and stuff. But you can't really mold that body without power. Some people say, oh, I just use light weights because I just want to work and chisel this and everything. Yeah, you can use light weights, but you're not chiseling anything. You're using light weights. You're gonna have some design come out of that. But if you want a design, you need power and you need to use a heavier weight. The power is going to give you the ability to use those heavier weights. It doesn't work in reverse. If you're just using heavy weights and everything, you become muscle bound. You don't have the sprint ability. You don't have that thrust ability. You got big old giant muscles and stuff, but they don't function. You know? They function in one dimension. They function the bench press. Boom. Most people, they think that doing the bench press is a show-off exercise mostly. It's a good competition for powerlifting, but it's a show-off exercise. It doesn't give you any real power. Well, unless it's really done right, where you gotta form into a bridge, bring the thing all the way down very slowly, expand your chest, squeeze your chest to get it thrust, and bring it up. Now that's done right. Taking it off the rack, bringing it this far down, and then pushing it back up with somebody helping you. Okay, you can say whatever you want to, but there's nothing there. You know, bench press it's a show-off exercise that people like to do. Squats are a great exercise for building, for most people, a big butt, because they put the weight on their back and their body mechanics is all crazy because they're leaning forward and they're on their toes. So the biggest muscle group in your body's going to work to bring you back up, and that's that big old sit down area you got right there. It's going to work, and you're going to get a big butt, and you get some calves too if you're lucky. But that's or you might get hurt. You put 500 pounds on there, you don't need that. So with the body, what you want to think about, like I said, is jumping exercises. Any old kind of jumping exercises, just jumping. Jump rope's a great exercise, but jump rope is kind of a limiting exercise. I suggest if you're going to take up jump roping, what you want to do is jump on something that gives you a soft return to earth, not because it's hard. The other kind of jumping, you're able to control yourself landing better and stuff because you're not swinging things at the same time. Jumping's great for cardiovascular exercises, jump roping, but for power, jumping is what you want. Cardiovascularly, jump roping is what you want, but you want to mix it up too so that you're not just going in the same motion and doing this here, because that repetition is going to tear up your knees after a while. So you want to make sure, you might want to skip back and forth when you're jumping. You might want to go and do jumping and lunging and stuff and switch feet and stuff. So if you really want to do some jump roping and stuff, I would suggest that you find somebody who knows about jump roping and can give you some pointers in jump roping, specifically jump roping, and then that's a great exercise. But if not, have fun with it, but don't do it over a long period of time, because that same repetitious type of motion up and down is going to tear your knees up. But still, for the body, it's all about power. It's all about the core too. It's all about the midsection, about the lower back. It's about your abdominal region. Without that solid base core, it ain't about a fashionable core. If you want a thin waist and you want the big shoulders and a tapered V, go swimming. That'll give you that. If you want a body builder's type of body, you're not going to have a small little tiny waist without doing something like that. But you could have a strong core. If I'm doing the plyometric jumping and stuff like that, jump over boxes, jump over anything, who cares? Jump up on stuff, jump out windows. Whatever kind of jumping, don't jump out the windows. But whatever kind of jumping you want to do. So with the body, power's first. Power comes from the plyometrics, from jumping. Now, with the hands and the arms and the biceps, they're all nice things. The thing that gives you the power for the upper body is the military press. You can do Olympic lifts with squat thrust all the way up like this here, bringing it down, pushing it up. You can just take it like this. Here's a proper military press. You're standing straight. You got a little arch in your back like this. You got the bar. You rotate your baby finger up and you squeeze towards you. That's how you do the military press. This here, where your elbows are flopping down like this and you're doing things like this, that's a military press, but it's not really beneficial. So you got the bar, you're holding the bar, rotate a little bit up so that your pinky fingers are higher than the index finger, and then squeeze your two hands toward. Don't move them off the position of the bar. Just squeeze them towards you. Don't look for them to move. You'll feel it that it's moving. And then when all that tension's there and everything's right, you don't dip. You're thrusted straight up, just like that. Power, folks. That's power. That'll give you power in all this area up here, all your biceps, triceps. That's power. Everything else, you can add them to it if you want to, and do it. Another part is snatch this up like this. Boom. That's power. All that quick ballistic type of motion from the ground, thrusting through the whole body and stuff, is all power, and that's what you need to design the body you want. You know, without that power, you can't have it. So, because we're getting ready to close first, make sure that you got a good spiritual connection, right? Make sure that you and God are on good terms, because he's a tricky rascal. He might make them weights a little bit heavier, you know, and you drop them on your head. So make sure you got a good spiritual connection with God, right? And then make sure that your mind's right. Make sure that you don't go into doing something and bring stress with you. Go in there and relax and have a good time, whatever that kind of activity that you want to do to increase your body awareness and your health, right? And then after that, after your meditation, and then stretching. The most important thing you can do is be flexible. So any kind of stretching. No excuses on stretching, folks. No excuses on it. Because even your body, it'll do it by itself naturally. When you feel too stiff, you'll go, man, I feel too stiff. You know, it's not enough to make a difference, but the body's literally telling you, hey, why don't you stretch sometimes? So stretching is very important for doing that type of stuff. Then heart and lungs, if you have the means, swimming is the best heart and lung exercise that there is. After that, jogging, walking. I like rucking and biking after that. Biking only because of the dangers that's out there. Yeah, I like rucking myself. It's a lot more fun. It's just a good thing. And that's for me. And then the body, like I said, it's all power. You need to develop power. Power is what you need to develop strength. And strength is what you need to do all that chiseling and stuff like that. So they're ballistic type of motions, they're plyometric motions, they're fast motions, they're very concentrated, fast, ballistic type of motions and stuff. And you'll have a great time with that body, especially now is the time to be thinking about that, because the fall's getting here, it's getting cold outside. You want something to do that's gonna not just let you sit around and eat potato chips and wonder if the Patriots are going to win, and drink a case of beer. You know, you could do that if you want to, and then say, "Oh man, when the spring comes back, then I'm out there." Boy. Yeah, you are. You can fit through the door, but it's like spring. Fall and the winter, you can go to places to find out where you can do these things. Some of the things, don't waste your time and your money and your effort on. Don't go to a yoga class where they say, we have the best class because we heat the area to 140 degrees. What are you, bread? You want to be toasted or something? It's like, you're not food. You're going, that's ridiculous. So don't do that, you know. You don't have to. You can if you want to. If that's what fun is for you, just go ahead and do that thing. But really, the easy exercise and fitness is natural. That's the part that you don't really need any other thing. You can get additions like a weight vest or something like that to give you a little bit of extra stress to help you with different kind of things that you're doing. I wear I'm going to be throwing a javelin. I need to wear this weight vest because I want the thing to give me stress on my shoulders, so when I'm coming up like this here, it's more fluid. You know? So I gotta design while I'm wearing weight vests and stuff. I also fence so that when I'm throwing the javelin, you can take exercises and interchange them with different sports. You know, because I fence for a lot of the things I do, because fencing is a lot of lunging. So I fence. You gotta lunge to fence, and you gotta move to fence, and it's anaerobic. Because when you lunge, you have this natural ability to and do like this, and now you're working without air, even though you sucked it in. It didn't go anywhere. Yeah. So I like fencing, and I use that for lunging and flexibility too. You know? For my main reason, for throwing the javelin, you know, which doesn't look anything like a sword, or epi, or doesn't look like that. You know? So all those things are good. And then if you really want to get creative with your development and stuff. One of the greatest exercises out there is boxing. You don't have to hit people. You can box going through all the motions, shadow boxing in your house, moving like this here, moving, always moving, ducking, always moving just like that. It's a great exercise like that. And you can do that right in your house. You don't even need gloves. You can just shadow box right in the house. You know, any place you want to. Boxing's good. A full body type of exercise that's martial like that would be more the ground type of exercises that you do, judo, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, you know, MMA and things like that, because it's full bodied, you know, and there's a lot of resistance and there's a lot of thrusting to get people off you and a lot of quick ballistic movements and stuff. Or sumo wrestling. Probably one of the greatest underrated sport exercise things in the world is sumo wrestling. That is, these guys, we move faster than probably everybody in any other sport, and they're twice as big, but they train way harder than that, you know. So, all right, folks, I just jabbed on for a little while. I hope that was fun. Cause next week we're gonna try to talk about how we can use, like we started in the beginning, how do we use what we did by developing this body that develops this swagger, that develops this aura that you have, this presence that you have when you walk into a room that somebody notices. That person's an archangel over there, so I'm good. If I need some help or something like that, I know where to go. You know, how do you develop that kind of persona with people, that kind of appearance and stuff? We're going to be talking about that next week. You know, well, I want everybody to have a great week, and remember it's November, and everybody just go and have that fun. And I'm out. Yeah.